In the last episode, the Lord took a census of Israel's fighting men. Over 600,000 soldiers ready for battle. The camp was arranged in precise order around the tabernacle, with God at the center. The Levites were set apart to carry and guard the sanctuary. Silver trumpets were made to signal movement and assembly. And on the 20th day of the second month, the cloud lifted. Israel finally set out from Sinai toward the promised land. But the journey has barely begun when the complaints start. The people begin to grumble. The text does not say exactly what they are complaining about, only that they complain about their hardships. The Lord hears. Fire from the Lord burns among them and consumes some of the outskirts of the camp. The people cry out to Moses. Moses prays to the Lord. The fire dies down. The place is named Taberah, which means burning. This is only the beginning. The rabble among them, the mixed multitude that came out of Egypt with Israel, begin to crave other food. If only we had meat to eat. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt at no cost, also the cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic. But now we have lost our appetite. We never see anything but this manna. The manna falls every night like dew. It is white like coriander seed and tastes like something made with olive oil. The people gather it, grind it, boil it, and make it into cakes. It is provision from heaven, enough for every person every day. But they are tired of it. The rabble among them, the mixed multitude that came out of Egypt with Israel, begin to crave other food. If only we had meat to eat. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt at no cost, also the cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic. But now we have lost our appetite. We never see anything but this manna. The manna falls every night like dew. It is white like coriander seed and tastes like something made with olive oil. The people gather it, grind it, boil it, and make it into cakes. It is provision from heaven, enough for every person every day. But they are tired of it. Moses hears the people of every family weeping at the entrance to their tents. The Lord becomes exceedingly angry. And Moses is overwhelmed. He cries out to the Lord, "Why have you brought this trouble on your servant? What have I done to displease you, that you put the burden of all these people on me? Did I conceive all these people? Did I give them birth? Why do you tell me to carry them in my arms, as a nurse carries an infant, to the land you promised on oath to their ancestors? Where can I get meat for all these people? They keep wailing to me, 'Give us meat to eat.' I cannot carry all these people by myself. The burden is too heavy for me. If this is how you are going to treat me, please go ahead and kill me, if I have found favor in your eyes, and do not let me face my own ruin." Moses, the leader of Israel, the man who spoke with God face to face, is ready to die. The burden of a complaining nation has broken him. The Lord responds with a command and a promise. "Bring me 70 of Israel's elders who are known to you as leaders and officials among the people. Have them come to the tent of meeting that they may stand there with you. I will come down and speak with you there, and I will take some of the power of the Spirit that is on you and put it on them. They will share the burden of the people with you so that you will not have to carry it alone." Moses is not alone. God will provide help. And as for the meat, the Lord says, "Tell the people, consecrate yourselves in preparation for tomorrow, when you will eat meat. The Lord heard you when you wailed, 'If only we had meat to eat. We were better off in Egypt.' Now the Lord will give you meat, and you will eat it. You will not eat it for just 1 day, or 2 days, or 5, 10, or 20 days, but for a whole month, until it comes out of your nostrils and you loathe it, because you have rejected the Lord, who is among you, and have wailed before him, saying, 'Why did we ever leave Egypt?'" Moses is skeptical. Here I am among 600,000 men on foot, and you say, I will give them meat to eat for a whole month? Would they have enough if flocks and herds were slaughtered for them? Would they have enough if all the fish in the sea were caught for them? The Lord answers, Is the Lord's arm too short? Now you will see whether or not what I say will come true for you. Moses gathers 70 elders and has them stand around the tent. The Lord comes down in the cloud and speaks with him. He takes some of the Spirit that is on Moses and puts it on the 70 elders. When the Spirit rests on them, they prophesy, though they do not do so again. 2 men, Eldad and Medad, remained in the camp. They did not go to the tent, but the Spirit rests on them too, and they prophesy in the camp. A young man runs to Moses. Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. Joshua, Moses' aide since youth, speaks up. Moses, my Lord, stop them. But Moses replies, Are you jealous for my sake? I wish that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord would put his Spirit on them. There is no jealousy in Moses, only longing. If only the entire nation could carry the Spirit. If only every Israelite could hear directly from God. Then a wind goes out from the Lord and drives quail in from the sea. It brings them down all around the camp to about 3 feet above the ground, as far as a day's walk in any direction. The people go out and gather quail. No one gathers less than 60 bushels. They spread them out all around the camp. But while the meat is still between their teeth, before it can be consumed, the anger of the Lord burns against the people. He strikes them with a severe plague. The place is named Kibroth Hattaavah, which means graves of craving. They got what they asked for, and it killed them. From there, the people travel to Hazeroth and stay there. The pattern is already forming: complaint, judgment, intercession, mercy. It will repeat until the desert floor is littered with graves. And then a new crisis arises, this time from inside Moses' own family. Miriam and Aaron begin to talk against Moses because of his Cushite wife. Has the Lord spoken only through Moses, they ask? Hasn't he also spoken through us? This is not merely sibling rivalry. It is a challenge to Moses' unique authority. Miriam and Aaron are prophets in their own right, but they want equal standing. The Lord hears. Now Moses was a very humble man, more humble than anyone else on the face of the earth. He does not defend himself. He does not argue. He simply waits. The Lord speaks suddenly to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. Come out to the tent of meeting, all 3 of you. They go. The Lord comes down in a pillar of cloud and stands at the entrance to the tent. He calls Aaron and Miriam forward. Listen to my words. When there is a prophet among you, I, the Lord, reveal myself to them in visions. I speak to them in dreams. But this is not true of my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my house. With him I speak face to face, clearly and not in riddles. He sees the form of the Lord. Why then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? The anger of the Lord burns against them, and he leaves. When the cloud lifts from above the tent, Miriam's skin is leprous, white as snow. Aaron turns to her and sees what has happened. He cries out to Moses, "Please, my Lord, I ask you not to hold against us the sin we have so foolishly committed. Do not let her be like a stillborn infant, coming from its mother's womb with its flesh half eaten away." Moses cries out to the Lord, "Please, God, heal her." The Lord replies, "If her father had spit in her face, would she not have been in disgrace for 7 days? Confine her outside the camp for 7 days. After that, she can be brought back." So Miriam is confined outside the camp for 7 days. The entire nation waits. They do not move on until she is brought back. Miriam is healed, but the memory remains. Speaking against God's chosen servant carries consequences. Complaining against God's provision brings death. The wilderness is not a safe place for grumbling. And yet Israel has not learned. The worst is still ahead. Thank you for listening to this episode about the complaints in the wilderness. If this journey through Numbers is meaningful to you, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with others. In the next episode, Moses sends 12 spies into the Promised Land. 10 return with a terrifying report. 2 urge faith, and the people make a choice that will cost them 40 years.